We're live and out and about. Need to get some exercise. Take a little walk. Haven't been outside in a while streaming, so why not? Things are getting back to normal here slowly but surely. They're opening up, loosening the restrictions just a little bit. Actually, I need to go to this place, but not now. So today we're gonna just take a little walk. This is Happyland 1. I'm gonna walk to the end of the street here, which goes straight into the mall, Bangkapi. But I'm gonna take a left, walk past, or just go through Happyland Market, and then walk down to this park. And then I have a few things to talk about in the news. And, what's going on here. And then I'll walk over to the mall. Maybe I'll get a coffee, or maybe I'll get a coffee at Happyland. And that's what's on our plate. My plate. The plate. So you can see there's, the streets are not dead here. And I think yesterday there were only 9 people that were infected, no deaths. The day before that it was 7. Now, I'm not standing next to anybody, and as soon as I get close to anybody, I'll just put the mask on. But a lot of people not wearing their masks now when they're out. When they're next to somebody, they're wearing them. So, like, look at these people up here. I'll put my mask on. I don't want anybody getting pissed off at me for not wearing a mask. I don't blame them. So we're just about to where Happyland Market used to be. They tore it down, and I'd say it'll take me about 10 minutes to get to the end of the block here where Happyland Market is, or Happyland Center rather. Market's no more. The streets are quite a bit more busy than they have been in the past couple of weeks. What's today, the 30th? Today's the 30th of April. And tomorrow's May 1st. And some of the restrictions will be lifted. But if you want to go in anywhere, like into the grocery, they're going to require you wear a mask, at least for now. And supposedly they're going to lift the alcohol restrictions for 2 days, which I don't understand that. There's going to be a mad dash to get booze on, well, tomorrow and Saturday. It's already hot here. All these shops are pretty much closed up. Over here as well. Oops. First time I've used the gimbal in quite some time. Food. I think of all the places, the pharmacies, the groceries, and the small vendors, the small food vendors are the ones who have suffered the least. All right, so this over here is where the market used to be, and obviously is no more. But it's been smashed down for, God, it's got to be a year and a half, 2 years now. Man, it's brutally hot out here. We're almost to the market. This thing's pretty much worthless, but you know what? I'm not going to be around a bunch of people, and I don't want anybody getting pissed off because I don't have a mask. Destination unknown. Actually, I just wanted to go for a walk. I need some exercise, so I figured I'll just walk around the neighborhood. I'll go down to, I'm gonna go down the street. This is freaking gimbal. I'm gonna go down the street, and we're almost at the mall right now. You can see it up ahead. And then I'll cut over and I'll go sit at the park. I got some news to go over, some things to go over. And then I'll walk back to the mall or to Happyland here. This is Happyland. This is right where the market was. In fact, I can go right through here. Take the shortcut. But I gotta put my mask on for what it's worth. These are some shade in here. So this is Happyland Center right here. Thank you, Mean Gene. Wow. First of the day. Thank you very much. Cool. So this is, right here is Happyland Center. It's not open yet. I think they're going to open tomorrow. Just some of the surrounding shops are open. And this is a little shortcut. Like I said, only 9 cases yet, 9 recorded cases. Who knows how many real cases there are, but let's say 10 times that, 90. Considering the number of people in Thailand, it's not very many. But you see all these, this is the center to Happy Center, the center entrance to Happyland Center, and it's shut. Everything's shut around it. It smells like piss here. These places are open. Now I gotta see something I should see. I can't go through there. Oh, you know what? I don't know if the coffee shop is open. You can go in for takeout, but I don't know if they're open yet. Yeah, they are. You can see it right there. So that's good to know. I think the people here are starting to, they're definitely getting, I don't want to say complacent now, but they're relaxing a bit. Hopefully this is the only wave. So we're gonna walk past we're gonna walk out here, come out, walk past Macro, walk past Bangkapi Market, which I think is still open. It hasn't closed, even though it's supposed to. And then go down to the little park and chill for a little bit. You see, a lot of people aren't wearing masks now. Yeah, it's brutally hot though. I'm gonna go this way around the front. Plenty of little food joints. When you walk into 7-Eleven, they check your temperature and they give you hand sanitizer. Every single 7-Eleven I've been to, that's what they do. But you can see there's a lot of people, they're not wearing their masks. Or they got the half on, half off. See, now they're building the SkyTrain here. So this place is shut, this Happyland Center. But if you want donuts or you want, they have a couple little places right inside the door. There's a bread place and a donut place. They're open. But you can see, shut down. Down here's the 7-Eleven. Let's see what they're doing here. They have somebody at the door. Maybe not at this one. No, not at this one. Nobody at the door there, but that's a low-end 7-Eleven. So maybe that's why. All right, so let's just keep going a little ways. See this guy, no mask, no mask. This is all shut down. Starbucks is open, but all these shops all closed. Except for the phone places. They let the phone places stay open. Here's the loveliness of Bangkok. This is Tesco Lotus, and got a drugstore, got McDonald's, pizza company, banks, you know, the usual. 84 degrees, it feels like about 99. It's got to be humid then, because I'm sweating everybody I've seen is sweating, like the monk was sweating. See this guy up here, sitting here, no mask. You know, so I think it's gonna come down to when you go into a place, a public area, at least here, when you go in somewhere, like into the mall, into the grocery store, you're gonna need to wear a mask. Now you see the market, I think the market is never closed. This lady, she's always out here. not closed. This guy, no fucking mask. We all gotta eat. Now, I'm not gonna walk through here today. Well, now it is. I mean, this market has been, aside from maybe the first day or 2 days, this market has been going strong. My wife has bought food here. It's only when you go into the larger, you know, more corporate kind of companies, businesses, that they've shut things down. I don't know about the other markets, though. I'd like to know, because they're supposed to be closed. Here's this lady once again. What do you got? What do you got? I want to get through here. I don't like being around this many people. I don't like it anyway. But right now, especially if they're not wearing masks, that's immigration. Yes, I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm a walking. It's amazing that a lot of people, they just, I mean, I guess at this point, I mean, look at this lady, got no mask on. Over here, you got guys no mask on. Over here. Lots of people, no mask. I need a water. Yeah, this place is closed. I don't know if the coffee shop looks closed as well. Cool. All right. Just want a little water. maybe like. All right. So if you've been watching for a while, months, years, you'll know this place where I'm going. I just want to come up here because I don't feel like walking right back. I just want to kind of chill here for a minute, and I want to go over some stuff that's going on. Looks like they were cleaning this park. So we're back in Bangkok instead of my secluded office / bedroom. Oh, shit. Fucking dropped my water. Wasn't good. All right. So let's see here. All the chess players are not here. No chess players. There's usually a couple dozen people here playing chess. I'm gonna try to find a nice place in the shade. Put this down here. Oh yeah. So right now we're on Lud Prow Road, and what is this one? Nawamin. Is it Nawamin? What am I thinking? I'm blanking out. I haven't been out so long I can't even remember what's going on. Let me get my other what do you call it? Tripod. Mini tripod. This is right next to the police station. Let's see here. Let me put this down. Put this up here. Oops. All right, so here we are. How do we do this here? All right, so let's see here. Brutally hot. Make sure this stays charged. Give me 1 second here. We're back. Now I got the thing charging, so I don't have to worry about it. I brought notes today, but the first thing I wanted to talk about is, I don't know how many of you have seen this, the information going, the information going around about Fauci, and it's been going around for a while, but now it's getting some steam up. about how Fauci and Gates and everybody is in cahoots for, I still don't know what the reason is. If you watch, there's a video by Valuetainment, and then there's another one out there. There's a couple of them out there that just came out, and they're a little more damning. But the one on Valuetainment, I couldn't tell what, the lady is all over the place, this doctor. And she's under the impression that it is a conspiracy. And, you know, I'm hesitant to just throw away anything said. And, you know, I wouldn't put it past the government to doing whatever they feel is right for the future of themselves and for the future of the country. But I'm very hesitant to actually believe everything until it can be proven without, you know, what is it? Without any doubt. Without a smidgen of doubt. So you got all these people here. I don't know if these are the people who are in jail and they got to go around and clean, or they're just part of the garbage crew. I don't know. This is global, far more than the United States. Oh yeah. But see, they know this. Now the thing is that obviously China is, yeah, that's the thing. I don't understand what would the motive be, because it's not about money. I mean, you know, listen, you can be a billionaire and it's not about the money. It's not about your reputation, even amongst your peers. So that's why I'm very hesitant to believe it. Otherwise, I might go, hey, it sounds like it's a movie. It actually could be true. But I'm very hesitant to believe, and like this lady, she's all over the place. And maybe that's one of her weaknesses, and they preyed upon that. I don't know. But she's a scientist. She's not a public speaker. And so she had a little bit, you can tell she's all over the place when she's speaking to this guy on Valuetainment, who he's very good, but you could tell he sat back and let her talk, because I think he didn't even know, like, where do I approach it from? What's my angle here? What is she trying to tell me? And the whole thing at the end broke down to, what's the motivation? What do you want to do? Rule the world? I mean, so you rule the world, then what? You know, I don't get that even. What's the point of ruling the world? What's the point of global domination? What is the point of it? You know, so I'm very hesitant to believe all that. But it was very interesting because, you know, I had to get up a little bit earlier today because, you know, I was going to come out and walk, and I wanted to be out here. And I wanted to see what was going on a little bit. So, and this is the first time I've really walked around for a month or so. Well, you know, this is the thing. Let's say it's China. Okay, so then what? Everybody speaks Chinese? Everybody's under their rule? What is the point? I don't understand what is the point. If it's your country, I can understand it. But if it's the entire world, it's too much, if you think about it, for even let's say 100 people to rule the world. It's ludicrous. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And, you know, I really wanted to believe the woman because she sounded sincere. But at the end of the day, I don't buy into, well, you know, I put my mask on and all of a sudden it activates my viruses and I get sick. And well, then what about all the doctors who've been, you know, exposed to it during surgeries and that sort of thing? I just can't buy it. There's too many, you know, I try to give it some credibility and try to not just, you know, shush it. Yeah, well, this is the thing, and Gennaro, if you remember, one thing that I've been saying is that mankind in general always wants the answers. And that's why I think that Budweiser commercial was so brilliant. You know, why ask why? because sometimes it doesn't matter why. It really doesn't matter why. And she must have been the one who was talking about the virus coming out of the military base in the U.S. and being sent over to Wuhan. I believe that, you know, that Fauci may have released the funds. He may have released the funds to so that the Wuhan lab could study this virus. I mean, maybe he was the one. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look at that, but even that, it's like, okay, so if you're a scientist and, you know, you have some trust in your fellow colleagues, and you believe that, you know, these Chinese scientists are going to do what is necessary and help you, you know, why would you think that they're going to release something? I mean, I don't know. I guess from their past history, maybe you would think they would do something. But, you know, one thing I wanted to say, and I forgot about this, and while I've said this in the past, that the Chinese, you know, the Chinese are already in Thailand. And they go back for about 900 years from when they migrated to Thailand and formed the Kingdom of Siam. Let me see if I can get this a little bit better. And, you know, so the thing is that I was thinking about how Thailand is slowly becoming more like China. The biggest theory was that China used this to derail Trump economy and election year by sending a stronger strain through Europe. Yeah, but, you know, the thing is okay, so what? Biden's going to win? There's no guarantee that that's going to do it. So why put this kind of turmoil upon the entire world just to stop him from winning an election? And it's not even, there's a good chance it won't even stop it. Stop him from winning. So what's the point of that? Makes no sense to me. Well, that remains to be seen. I wouldn't count on it, especially if you got Sleepy Joe at the helm. Yeah, I agree with that. There's too many conspiracies, too much bullshit going on. And you know, the one thing that the lady said was, if everything is based on science, then this virus, the way that they're approaching it is wrong. Now, I can believe that. It's so satisfying to be a victim of some doctor. That's what I feel like. I feel like, you know, she's talking about, you know, like Xi Jinping. What do you think? Do you think when Xi Jinping goes home to his wife and his wife's like, hey, you want to get jiggy with it? He's like, no, I can't, honey. I don't have time for that right now. I'm trying to conquer the world. I just don't believe that. Now, I do believe that their mentality, their ideology is contrary to what the West believes and what I believe, and I think that in a way they are evil. Maybe not intentionally. Maybe they truly believe in what their ideology is, but yeah, you know, I wouldn't go so far as to say Trump is done. Don't count that guy out. I wouldn't count him out. If you're going to count anybody out, count out the Mr. Dementia. You know, because the guy can barely speak. And if you can't speak, you're not going to be president. And Trump has a hard enough time to be a public speaker. He's not what you would call a composed, concise speaker. He's just not. And that's why he says things like, you know, well, maybe we can find a way to inject disinfect it, or with an injection or whatever. He's not talking about shooting up Lysol like some of these media sources are saying. It's ridiculous. So I wouldn't count him out, and, you know, who knows? Listen, nobody believed Trump would win, so you never know. Sleepy Joe might win with his wife at the helm. You just don't know. Now, this guy Anotin is back in the news, and I got my little notes here, so I'm gonna go over them. And you know, right now there's a ban on alcohol, and that ban was supposed to end tomorrow. So the emergency decree has been extended, and so they want to extend this alcohol ban. And the alcohol manufacturers, distributors, they went to the health minister, who's this Anutin Chanwirakul, and they said, you know, listen, can we have a partial opening, maybe beer and wine or something like that? And he flat out said no. Alcohol vendors asked Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on Monday to allow for takeaway and delivery options instead of a complete ban on alcohol sales. Public Health Minister Anutin Chanwirakul said that the request would not be considered. Flat out denied them. They have extended, the Thai government has extended its alcohol promotion period until the end of April to stop people from breaking curfew. So apparently if you're gonna drink, no, I did not. I did not. If you're gonna drink, it's gonna cause you to break curfew. I don't get that. Anutin said it was too risky to allow the sale of alcohol. Without a vaccine, there is still the possibility of a second wave of infections. Now, I find this far too nanny-like for me, for my taste. Listen, if you got an alcohol problem, this is not gonna stop it. This is gonna put people into withdrawals. It's gonna kill people, some people. And it's going to make them do things they might not otherwise do. They might go into a pharmacy and buy a bottle of pure alcohol. I mean, or 60% alcohol, and they may drink that. You don't know. I wouldn't put it past, you know, listen, if you're that hard up for alcohol, you'll do anything. The vendors say, however, that a continuance of the ban would result in staff redundancy. So they're basically, what the argument is for the ban to be lifted is that the alcohol, some of the beer and some of the products that they have are going to go bad, and they're just going to go to waste, and it's going to cost these companies a lot of money. The other is that people want their booze. And that, first of all, the fact that you can't even buy booze at certain times of the day in Thailand, that is extremely irritating to me. Now, I'm not an alcoholic. If I want to go and buy a bottle of wine, or I want to get a bottle of vodka, or whatever it may be, a beer, I don't want to have to wait an extra 3 hours, or whatever it may be, so that I can buy some alcohol. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to have to do that. And, you know, there's a lot of people who think it's stupid, especially foreigners. Foreigners are like, listen, if you really think it's curbing alcoholism, why are there so many alcoholics? You know, I don't get it. Why don't you just ban it for good, and then you'll see just how, you'll see what'll happen. Now, on a positive note, the government is, I don't know if they finalized it yet. I don't think they have, but I think they will by today. Tomorrow, May 1st and May 2nd, they're considering allowing people to purchase alcohol for 2 days. Another, something else I don't even understand. Why would you allow them to buy for 2 days? Now what you're going to do is you're going to have a mad rush. You're going to have a mad rush to the stores for booze. I mean, what good does that do? And they just had a couple hundred Thais come into the country from somewhere. I don't remember where it's from, but they just had a couple hundred people come in. And these people are at risk. Now, they're under quarantine, but they're at risk. And I don't trust anything. At this point, I don't believe a word anybody says. And for all I know, that, the chance of you catching this is like getting bitten by a great white shark when you go swimming in the ocean 3 times in your life. I mean, you know, unless you're standing in a group of people, then, you know, it's the whole toilet paper situation all over again. Yes. Yeah, I don't get the whole toilet paper thing. But there's a lot of people over here, eh? All these people cleaning up here. Yeah, I'm looking around, and most people, I mean, they're either not wearing a mask or they have a mask on and they're just like me with the mask down. There's nobody 15, 20 feet away from me. So, you know, I'm all right. But anyway, let's move on. Thai Airways has published their Fit to Fly guidelines, and they're supposed to start domestic flights tomorrow. Captain Leong Tien, the Chief Safety Officer of AirAsia, has sent out an email to customers laying down a detailed list of new requirements for early adopters in the post-COVID regional travel world. It doesn't look like a lot of fun, but there will be a lot of at least be a means for alcohol. See where my mind is? Airline staff, and passengers to again take the skies over Thailand. Now, I haven't got this email, and I am an AirAsia member. I've got their little membership, so I'm not one of the customers that got their. I didn't get the email. Eventually, the region and eventually the region and beyond. First and foremost, it is your responsibility to ensure you are eligible to travel, to be it international or domestic, before booking a flight. Yeah, okay. We really. I did hear of it, all businesses. Well, what you hear and what you see is not necessarily true. I will say that, because the decree is through the end of May, and then what they have said is that they will make a determination at that point of what they're going to do. But plenty of businesses are already open. You know, it's supposed to be just essential businesses, but there's a lot that are not really essential and they're open. Okay, so AirAsia guests are, the only thing though is that it's not necessarily true. It could be that they open up on June 1st, and schools are not open until July 1st, and they're not even sending the kids to school. So I wouldn't count on that. I don't know if that's a rumor or where you saw that, but at this point I wouldn't say that that's true. Who wants to fly unless absolutely necessary? The majority of foreigners will be staying close to home and not on a 10-hour plus flight for quite some time. Yeah, I agree. And also there's talk that they're going to make the people who come to the country, the foreigners and Thais, they're going to automatically have to go through a quarantine phase. What tourist wants to come for 14 days and sit inside of a hotel? The only people that will come are people who have to do business. And as far as the opening date, it could be, well, you will, but you stay inside most of the time anyway, and you know, so I wouldn't, you're an anomaly. Anyway, let me see here. So you got to have your own masks, and you have to wear it properly before, during, and after the flight, including during check-in and baggage collection. Guests without a mask will be denied boarding. The carry-on baggage, they only allow one piece of carry-on baggage not to exceed 5 kilograms. Usually it's 7 or 10 kilograms, but this time it's only 5 kilograms. They're lowering that so that there's not as much interaction between the passengers when they're trying to deal with their luggage and put it over in the overhead compartment. You're supposed to arrive early, preferably 3 hours before departure. This is for a domestic flight. Aircraft will undergo disinfection, including a deep cleaning, performed using cleaning agents in accordance with Airbus aircraft maintenance manual. Every night, aircraft will go under a thorough 2-hour cleaning procedure. Okay, good. Temperature screenings will take place at what? I can see special Pattaya quarantine packages being developed. Oh, wonderful, just what the world needs. I can see Walking Street, at least half of it being completely demolished. That's what I can see, seriously. Temperature screening will take place at different checkpoints, including boarding gates and, of course, some 7-Elevens. Cabin crew will go through temperature checks. Social distancing will be observed with floor markers at queuing areas, including check-in counters and kiosks. Alternate check-in counters will be open to keep social distancing. Cabins will be disinfected by aerosol spraying before departure of all domestic and international flights. Pre-flight briefings on safety and hygiene, Jesus Christ, will be conducted for all cabin crew to ensure we are consistently following the most up-to-date advice. Here's one: contactless web and mobile check-in to reduce surface and physical contact in check-in and boarding processes. All cabin crew will be in protective equipment, including masks and gloves. Seat distancing. When flight occupancy allows for guests to move within respective zones under cabin crew's guidance, planes would only be able to carry about 50% of their total passenger load. Well, you know, Thailand has been trying to phase out the sex tourism, sex industry for quite some time, and this gives them an opportunity to eliminate at least some of it and maybe get it back towards what they were doing in the past, which prostitution is still very available, but it's only available in like karaoke's and soapies and that sort of thing. Brothels, flat out brothels, but not in entertainment zones that are meant for Westerners. So that's something else to think about. All meals are produced and packaged hygienically, following strict food safety requirements. Up to today, there will be no food or refreshment service on domestic flights in Thailand. Cabin crew handling menu items will wear disposable gloves. They already said that. Temperature checks. Health declaration forms will be handed out to be filled out before or on arrival. Thermal screening will take place upon arrival. Transit passengers will be asked to stay at the airport. Mandatory quarantine may take place as per regulations at your destination country. So they're preparing for international travel, but again, who wants to fly at this time? Who wants to do this? I mean, you know, it makes no sense to me. Let me see something here. Very hard to see with this, the way that I'm sitting here. Anyway, so that's something else to consider. So now I think I'm going to get up and go over and walk over to Starbucks and get myself a coffee, or I'll just walk across the street to maybe the other place. What's happening now will take years to unravel. Yeah, I do think it will. And like we've been saying, you know, life is not going to be the same. And to be quite honest, this is going to make me even more antisocial than I am already. And you know, if I know somebody, I'm fairly social, and you know, I don't mind being around them for a couple hours and hanging out. You know, I like that, of course. But you know, I don't want to have to go through all the bullshit. And I can tell you that the reason my father hasn't traveled to Thailand is because and this is well before what's going on now. He doesn't want to deal with like TSA and having to take his shoes off and take his belt off. He's like, what am I going to do all that for? He's like, I've never done anything wrong. And, you know, so it's a case of, you know, some bad apples making everything more difficult for everybody. And I personally don't like the direction that I've said this for a while. I don't like the direction that the governments and the world is headed. It's all about, you know, listen, we want you to be secure, so we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And a lot of the time I question whether or not we're that much more secure. I mean, because if I want, I can ban you, I can block you, I can shut off my stream anytime I want, and I also know it's for a limited period of time. So believe me when I say that there is a part of me that's very antisocial. I don't like being around a group of people. At this point, I have no reason to. You know, none at all. Pick the country, pick the lunatic. Can I quarantine at your house? Well, you have to work that out with Nicholas. He's the quarantine headmaster. I haven't talked to Ryan Boundless in I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while. Maybe a year. I don't remember if I talked to him on the phone or I think we sent a text or something back and forth like a year, maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. It's been a long time since I've talked to him. Whatever makes you happy, you know? Well, thank you, Jason. There's part of me that's like, I don't ever want to go back there again unless Hong Kong doesn't have the problems that they have now. But then there's part of me that I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm lazy. I have to push myself. You know, just like I always say, a lot of times I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to go do this. I don't want to go do that. But I just push myself and I do it. So who knows? I may go back. I don't know. There's some stuff supposed to happen in July. And in August as well. So, I mean, that's a ways off. Yeah, they've changed, but I mean, I have a good idea. I talk to people in Hong Kong every day, so I know what's going on. I know, you know, that there's a lot of even more freedoms that are eroding, and yeah, it's not a good thing. I would like to. I don't know where though, and again, it's going to depend on what. It's not so much the virus. I mean, I don't want to get any virus and die from it. Who does? But it's like I always say, it's risk reward. What am I going to get out of it? You know, if it's been something I want to do, and I've got to rethink my my own bucket list, because I certainly don't want to go. And I've got to provide, you know, all kinds of documents, and I've got to get tests, and it's going to cost me, you know, $700, $800 to get the test, and to get the certain kind of visa that proves that everything's okay, and I can get in, and I can stay for a long enough period of time, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to have to deal with all the bullshit. You know, that's pretty much what it's coming down to now. Even here in Thailand, I don't want to have to deal with any BS. You know, it's one thing to be safe. I mean, it's bad enough I go in and it's like, yo, sir, do you have your phone in your pocket? Do you have a laptop in your bag? Can you take your belt off? Will you take your shoes off? And some of them want your shoes to be taken off, and some of them don't care. Some of them want your watch to be off. Some of them don't care. It's like, Jesus Christ. You know. So we've been ruined. My society, the way I look at it, my society has been ruined my lifestyle that I grew up knowing has been ruined by the Communist Party of China and by a few Muslim extremists. You know, China is not going to take their foot off the gas with Hong Kong, and they're not doing it right now. In fact, if anything, they're putting the pedal to the metal, and I would look for them to go after Taiwan in the, I don't know how long. You know, I'm not a military expert, and I'm not a political expert, and I don't know, but I've heard various theories, anywhere from the very near future to 10 years. So we'll have to see. Now I got to get out of here. I want to get out of here. We'll go over some other things once I get to wherever I'm going, which I'm hesitant to go to the one place because there's nowhere to sit. At least with Starbucks, you can sit outside. So let me get everything squared away here. Yeah, I'm, you know, yeah, this is a very slow grind, but it's also, it's a slow, what is also a slow grind is the world knows what China's about now, what their government is all about. The world knows this. They've been woken. And so it's their opportunity to start pulling back. And, you know, I'll be damned if I can help myself. I won't buy anything that has, I mean, you know, if I can help myself, I won't buy anything that is made in China or has Chinese components. I do my best. And just, if everybody thinks that way, I think it will hurt them at least a little bit. It's a start. All right, let me get my act together here. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little rusty. All right, let me see how I do this here. Yeah, I think there's a lot of places people are going to die and nobody's going to know. Well, I think, honestly, MedTech, he says, I wanted to see my girlfriend for her May birthday. I can't because of China. I hate the CCP and won't buy anything Chinese. Well, yeah, I mean, it's easy to say that, but obviously, it may be easier said than done. Let me get this set up here. And your girlfriend's, no offense, but your girlfriend's birthday is the least of people's concern. Let me get this set here. I'm almost ready. Of course, my associate producer and director, they're both asleep. Nicholas, Mr. I don't know whether I should call him Mr. 1 o'clock because he always wakes up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Or I should call him Mr. like 2 hours because he's only up like 2 hours out of the day. He's just chilling. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna knock back this water. This is Yom Park, which I guess that means chess park. Chess park. I don't know. It says Sun Yom. I forgot how to say chess. All right, let me throw this out. All right. What does this say? It's on the gimbal. I got the gimbal today, which I haven't used in quite some time. Kind of nice, you know. It's different to go out for a little walk. Haven't been out for one in a while. Oh, well, that's good to know. See, all these shops are closed. We'll go over to Starbucks just because Gennaro's here. And I'm sure he wants to see if one of his favorites is working. You're not the only one that's angry at the Chinese government, for a number of reasons. When I see them, you know, smacking around old people, I mean old, like 80 years old, who are just standing there minding their own business or trying to walk through, I wish I could say, you know, I feel for the people, and I do. But I think about, what if it was me? What if I was 80 years old and I'm no longer capable of, you know, cracking the guy a good one and keeping him off of me, and they're beating the piss out of me? You know, what kind of world is that, you know? All right, should I just get over here? I can get across this way. Oh, that's the coconut ice cream. Oh, my favorite. I'm gonna cross right over here. Salon supply store open. Shit, I don't want to go on the overpass. I know drive-through is open. Well, I'm not gonna forget. If I have it my way, I'll disappear to some underground house or some place that nobody ever goes to. One of the first things I want to do once everything opens up is go somewhere in Thailand where nobody goes, where most people don't even know about. And there's a few places. Like I said, I'm gonna go to some places that most people don't know, or a place that most people don't know. Feels good to get out and sweat a little bit. This quarantine, this stay at home makes you lazy, or makes me lazy. I got no idea what the fuck you're talking about, buddy. Nor do I really care. Print shop right here. Long ago, I was a printer. Long time ago. Even the printing industry has completely changed. Although not in that shop. That's old school. Thank you, Richard Gallagher. Long time no see. Nobody behind me, nobody in front of me. Feel good now. Get some sweat out some toxins, some of this shit. Feeling good. It's been a long time since I've done more than go to the grocery. Yeah, I hate that walkway. I hate it with a passion. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. Put the mask back on. They've just destroyed this this apartment complex. They've just completely destroyed it. There used to be a dentist here who I didn't like, the lady who was a dentist. She was not, I wouldn't call her a gentle dentist. Wow, the coffee place is gone. There's one coffee place still here. There was about 3 of them, and they're most of, oh, so it looks like only one of them is gone. Now you see these ladies are sitting around. I understand their mask is half on, half off. But once you get to the mall, if you want to go in the mall, you can go in the mall now, but it's just all closed down. You just have to go to the grocery or the pharmacy. Check it out. Oh, here's the Starbucks manager behind me, over here, in the black shirt. Well, that lady she was just a flat out bitch. I mean, really. And I've never had a dentist where I thought, what a bitch. But that's what I thought about her. Cool looking dog. Got no cash. I don't remember if they open at 10 though. No, they're open. Oh, man. Oh, this feels good. Espresso. Espresso doppio ครับ ไม่ต้องเติม พนักงานน้อยอ่ะคนน้อยคือทำร้านพนักงาน4ต่อร้านเปิดโอเพ่น2มีคนที่นู่นนะไม่มีด้านนี้ไม่มี It's crazy man เหรอhand wash. เหรอ
ถ้ามันขึ้นว่าเบอร์เลอร์
Oh, thank you to whoever did that. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Sky Trooper, and thank you, John S. Thank you. Hopefully that works. Everybody saw my PIN code and the card number? Very little cash. Apa makan?
ถ้าเกิดลูกค้าจะสั่งจะให้โทร
อ๋อเหรอ
ก็เดินไป
แต่ต้อง pick up ไม่ได้ส่งให้ใช่ไหม
อะไรนะครับ
ไม่ได้ส่งให้
ถ้าเกิด delivery ก็จะเป็นแก๊ป
อ๋อเป็น grab อ่ะ
ใช่
อ๋อ
แต่ถ้าเกิดว่าราคาพิกอัพ
อ่า
ถ้าโทรมาเราจะไป
ก็ต้องใจายเท่าไหร่อ่ะ grab ต้องใจายเท่าไหร่300
ไม่ครับไม่มีจำกัดเลยเท่าไหร่ก็ได้
จริงเหรอเท่าไหร่ก็ได้
แต่ว่าค่าส่งขึ้นอยู่กับบริเวณที่คุณสปัก
โอเค
ราคาเท่ากันเลยครับ
โอเคขอบคุณ
ขอบคุณนะคะ
โชคดีนะ so they used to have there's a little place in the back there's a place in the back Jesus Christ it's loud there's a place in the back where let me see if I can figure this out there's a place in the back where they used to sit they used to have somebody sit there and they would they just take orders but he said there were no customers and so you can go there and you can call them from that little table and place an order and then they'll come bring it to you and so I said well do you make deliveries they make deliveries by Grab yeah, that kind of sucks, Victor. I feel you, man, but I don't know what to tell you. I gotta sit down somewhere that there's some shade, man. Whew. Burger King's open. Check it out. Open. You can't sit there though. I'm at the mall Bangkapi, right in front of the mall Bangkapi, having my coffee, which is, considering it's a little expensive, considering what you get. Coffee's not that good, and you don't get the comfort, convenience. But whatever. Go check it out. Yeah, there's a delivery guy there, and they're all over here, all over, pretty much straight ahead through where you see the little motorcycle guys. They're all over there. And if you see there's an arrow straight ahead on the sign, you can go into the mall. I don't know what time it is. It should be around 9:30 right now. So I don't think the mall is open. Shit, now I gotta put this back on. It's about 9:30, so I don't think the mall opens until 10:30, the same normal time. But who knows, maybe it's open, let me see. Take a look. No, they're not open yet. So I'm gonna walk down a little ways. Go back down Soi 1. Hit Soi 2. That should be it. Should be a good little walk. So the buses are running, but they've cut down about 35%. I haven't walked for so long, you know, like for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I haven't walked for so long that it feels really good to get out and just sweat and walk. I don't want to stop right now. Go to Pattaya. Nice walk to Pattaya. All right. This place is all shut down, eh? Oh no, Watson should be open. Cafe Amazon open. Another coffee shop. Yeah, they're open. I think they're open. No, they're closed. So this Cafe Amazon is closed. This drugstore closed. Everything's closed. MedTech, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what I was supposed to answer. What the question was. I am in Bangkapi though. And you can see most everything is shut. Or at least partially shut. You know, they're taking orders or whatever, but you can't come in. They shut down the steak place. Yep, they shut down. There used to be a steak joint, Jeffers Steak, which is, you know, like a cheap steak joint. That's shut down. And it looks like a pizza joint just opened up right in its place. Here you go. SkyTrain, baby. Coming soon. All the pizza joints seem to be doing pretty good. SkyTrain Bangkapi. Now this used to be a 7-Eleven. No more, no more. Broken down bus, huh? All right. There must be a lag on this stream. Looks like a bunch of Grab guys up here. KFC. I feel like I've been shut off from the world for the last 6 weeks or so. I mean, a lot of this stuff was not nearly, they've been working, even with the virus, they've been working here. Got the mini Big C. Got the KFC. Thank you, Richard. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Let's check this out here. Well, doesn't look like it's 4 a.m. here. Although 4 a.m. in Thailand is still, depending on where you are, if you're on Sukhumvit Road, it's still pretty busy, but look at this. They're getting there. They're making some noticeable progress now. All right. Should I pull a, what's it called? Bowfinger? Kit, what was the guy? Kit Ramsey? I forget what his brother's name, the twin brother that had to run across. If anybody's seen Bowfinger, you know what I'm talking about. Mini Big C. It's the small Big C. Small Big. He's got a really small big one. We're getting right to where I used to live over here next to Waitani Hospital. Oh yeah, it's fantastic, that movie. I love that movie. I love when Heather Graham takes her top off and the guy goes, "You're gonna be a star." He just looks at her tits and says, "You're gonna be a star." Now these places are always open. So this place is undergoing but one tea song. So they're opening up on the 2nd. This place is open. This place is almost always open. It's not open now. But hi, Bodhikan. Sum it up. Yeah, soon. Should be a 7-Eleven over here. Take the mask off again. Nobody around. It does make it hard to breathe. Even this little thing. This is a little flimsy thing. It's more for show than anything else. All right, take a look at this. You can really see the difference from how it was a year or so ago. Check this out. SkyTrain. We've got it going here. All these places shut. Shut. Yeah, this place shut. See? Got the lock down there. And this place is always, there's always something different. One day they're selling beds. Another day it's a tire store. Another day it's a spa. It's like they change ownership, change businesses every couple of months, which tells you something. May the coffee be with you. There used to be, this place wasn't part of the building. It was right here where this car is parked. And I don't know, the chick sold the place. I knew the chick who was the owner. Hasn't been there in a while, so I'm gonna cross over up ahead here. So she's very happy I'm wearing a mask, I guess. Be nice to cross over right here. Don't think that's possible though. Little fruit van, fruit truck. Go to the Starbucks at Waitangi. Jesus, I had a double espresso this morning, and I just had a double. Why would I go to Waitangi now? I could walk through there. Although I don't know if they're gonna let me in. Because there was one entrance, and I don't know if they've changed that. So if I go in, I have to come out the same way I went in. So if that's the case, I won't go in. Yeah, this place is shut down to the end of the month. Opens tomorrow. Whew. Before there was. Now, no. Now, the only people allowed in are Thais. But assuming that they let Westerners in, look at this place. If you guys remember this place, this used to be an eye. Oh no, this is the salon. The eye place is next door. They're both shut down. Oh man, this mask makes it really hot. But there is talk about until at least May 31st. At least. But what they talked about is a 2-week quarantine, which they're doing now for Thais, but they may do that for the foreigners. And they're also, they did have a thing where you had to have insurance and you had to have a test. I don't know if they're going to do the test or insurance. I wouldn't doubt it though. Yeah, you know, I said it before. I think 2020 is pretty much a done deal. You know, yeah, you might be able to come here, but I think a lot of people, you know, you or Longhorns. Hey, Sweaty Cup. There you go. He wants to say hello. You guys may come just because you've been here, you know the scene, you know what to expect, and it's pretty easy for you. But, you know, first-time tourists, new tourists, I don't think so. No, technically, you don't have to have insurance at this point. But what they were talking about is you had to have insurance that covered up to $100,000 you had to have $100,000 of coverage. That could be travel insurance, but you know, that's an additional cost. And then if there's a quarantine for 2 weeks, obviously that's an additional cost because you're not going to be going anywhere. You're going to be sitting in a hotel and you got to pay for that. Now, this used to be, they used to have stairs here and you could very easily go up. Not anymore. We'll see if they're open or shut in the middle. They got a Subway. They got a few decent places here. They got the Starbucks. They got the Subway. They got Au Bon Pain. And for those who have been following for a long time, you know, this is where around the area, right down the street is where I used to live. And the house is no longer there. The hospital bought it. And we got, yeah, see, they're still shut down in the middle. You can't get in. Exit only. You can't even get out now. Same at the end. So I'd have to go in through the emergency room and then exit through the emergency room as well. Look at this little 7-Eleven refrigerator place. So you don't even have to go into the 7-Eleven. They're constantly building here. And if you have, like I said, if you've been watching for a while, you'll know the differences. You'll see the differences. When Alex and Nicholas were very young, or younger, they're still young. I don't know how long it's been, 7 years, 6 years since we moved. This place had just opened. They had just started they had just started catering to the Middle Easterners. And this was not built. There was a completely different building here. So high rises. And I used to enter here all the time, but no more. I don't like going to that hospital unless I absolutely have to. This house was here. They built this house right after we moved in, and it was a restaurant. And it looks like they've completely changed it around. They built this on. This is new. This building part. And this was not even here. Okay? This was a restaurant. So they must have sold out. Because these are all guys in hard hats. And this was where we lived. So they knocked down the house and they made the hospital made a motorcycle parking lot. And I don't know who owns this place. Well, obviously the owner is not there because they're not paying the bill. So they probably did what we did, which was once the hospital bought the place, we didn't have to pay rent for 6 months. My wife was all worried about it, so we just put the money aside. But we had some good times at this little place, and now they smashed the whole house down. So I don't know if I want to walk all this way down here. It's a bit far. I think I'll just go back to the end of the street. I'll make a little shortcut through here. Another trip down memory lane. Sawasdee krap. Should check it out. None of this was here before. Everything changes. And I used to walk down the street with Alex and Nicholas, hold their hand, make sure, you know, some car didn't run into them, and walk down the street, you know, talk to them, get something to drink, get them a little ice cream, get them a little chocolate, a little Ovaltine or something like that. And I'm sure that at least one or two of the places is still here. So this is all the same right here, but up ahead I'll know. Yeah, the same little smoothie place, which I didn't go to very often, but same place. Should be a couple little food places on my left. And up ahead to the right, there'll be a guy selling tea and coffee and... Okay, this place looks like it's shut down. This place is still open. Oh no, this used to be a restaurant. Not anymore. This mini market, still the same. Fidelity, what's happening? I'm trying to decide, should I go in here and get another water? Nah, I'll wait. This place is the same. Yeah, this is the same guy over here. This guy.
Hello.
สบายดีไหมครับ
Bye đi.
สบายตอนนี้ทำอะไรอ่ะ
Hai cũng
เมื่อ
không
เมื่อ
được.
ทุกวันใช่ไหมแต่สบายดีอ่ะโอเคก็ขายดีไหม
Mày ค่อยดีเลย
โอ้ยตอนนี้อาเล็กแล้วก็นิโคลัส
อเล็ก
โอ้อาเล็ก
อเล็กเนี่ยเหรอ
เขาไปมหาวิทยาลัย
เออ
นี่นานแล้วใช่ไหม
ใช่ ตอนนี้ไปอยู่ที่ไหน
อยู่ Happyland
แฮปปี้แลนด์
ครับไอ้ Happyland โชคดีนะ This restaurant looks like they're completely shut down, or maybe they're just shut down for the time being. Little southern restaurant right there. But that guy was cool to my kids. He was always good to my kids. He looks the same to me. What is this? So now we're back out to Lad Prao. If your comment shows up, you're not blocked. But if somebody has been blocked in the past, chances are I'm not going to respond and I'm not going to unblock you, because aside from an anomaly, there's that word again. People they don't get blocked just for nothing, or because they told a bad joke. Yeah, I've heard that, Fidelity, that the supermarkets are getting a little low on meat. And to be honest, we're a little low on meat. We've only got about, I don't know, maybe 10 breasts of chicken, a little bit of ground beef, a little bit of ground pork, and I don't know what it is. It's like pork belly or something, but we got enough meat for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and that's it. But we got a lot of other stuff, you know, rice and pasta and noodles. So in the next couple of days, the next week or so, I'll probably just, I don't know, maybe I'll go into the mall and go to the grocery and get a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna do it now, but it's either that or make a delivery out, you know, get a delivery of some stuff, which sometimes that's better because you have time to kind of think about what you need. This place, it used to just be a green metal wall that was about 5 feet high. And they've been building it. It's been it's been like 2 years. I am a little thirsty. To get myself a water up ahead. Right now, if you know anything about the cable systems in Thailand, True Visions is one of the is the main provider in Bangkok, and right now they're under fire because apparently they've censored some news and some advertisements. And apparently 4 years ago, CASHAPP English reported that True Visions was monitoring content from the BBC and Al Jazeera after the BBC had found itself blocked in Thailand on a few occasions as a result of their coverage of the military junta. So True is saying that it has to do with, I'm not even going to get into it, with defamation, but it's interesting to see. It's all over Facebook. The rise in social media use across Thailand means more people than ever are voicing their opposition to authority figures and calling out issues such as censorship and corruption, which is very true. This guy Every time I see him, he's sitting here asleep. Every time I ever see this guy. I've taken photos of him. What else we got here? All right, talking about China and the Chinese government. Apparently, the Tanzanian president has canceled a Chinese loan worth $10 billion. And he said only a drunkard would accept these terms. Thank you, Spot. Eggs. So I guess his predecessor, Jakaya Kikwete, had signed a deal with the Chinese investors to build a port on condition they will get 30 years to guarantee on the loan and 99 years uninterrupted lease. Another shocking demand made by the Chinese and accepted was that the Tanzanian government will have absolutely no power to raise concerns on whoever invests in the port during that period. Dubbed as the Chinese killer loan, several organizations and African citizens had demanded that the then president to cancel the agreement. They had warned that the move will have dire consequences, but their concerns were overlooked and the deal was signed. So this new president yeah, he's canceled. He made some changes to this deal, and the Chinese didn't agree to it. So he said, "Okay, well, I'm canceling the deal." China has often been accused of luring poor African countries into its debt trap by providing them loans for much-needed infrastructure projects and then control them when they fail to pay off their debts. Recently, the Kenyan government had also raised the issue that China was planning to take over one of the country's key seaports after the African country failed to clear its debts. Beijing also got Sri Lanka's Hambantota port on the lease after the island nation failed to clear part of a massive loan. So there we got it again. You know, it's like, why don't you kick the guy when he's down? That's what they do. They kick the man when he's down, and I don't like that. Thank you very much, Dre. Appreciate it. Very nice. You see these guys working. Sometimes I see them, they don't have any mask at all. Sometimes they have the what do you call it? The baklava or whatever it's called. No, China is not following the US model. Bite your tongue. There's a difference. Now, anyone who has followed this channel for a long time remembers this place. This was a place where there was a lot of graffiti and the building was much nicer. And my kids walked through here and we actually stumbled onto a guy living in the place, and that was like one of my first videos that got demonetized, and it was demonetized because of the art, which you couldn't tell who it was. I mean, there was no signature, so I found it a bit strange, but it wasn't a big deal, really. And now they've been building on this plot of land for quite some time. Over here on the left, there was a big building just covered with graffiti. And I think the intentions are different from the, I don't know, you know, what do I know? I can't look at any notes in front of me right now, so. Balaclava. So now they have this fence around this area, but there used to be a big building, and it never, you know, the place any place right on Lot Prow Road, very difficult for them to get a lot of customers because there's no place to park. And even in the back, they must not have had the land to park in the back, because they went through a bunch of different businesses and they never had business. There was nobody ever in them. And so at night, people would come and sleep, you know, on their doorstep and spray paint their windows. And so now it's all knocked down. It's a relic of the past. Listen, the United States government is no angel. And I have my doubts about their own intentions. But I dare say I'll take the US government over the Chinese government and their intentions any day of the week. I can't buy into the CCP, and I never will. They both suck. Well, you know, at some point you gotta deal with what you got. Thank you very much, Alvin. Appreciate it, man. Whew. Feels good to be back out and about. Better put my mask on here. Go get a water. Of course, there's the mall to the right. You know, what I'll say is at least the United States gives the illusion that there is freedom. And while those freedoms may be eroding, China has never given that illusion, nor have they ever given any real freedoms. Yeah, we better not be like China in the future. That would not be good. And I dare say if the United States is going to be like China, you never know. Thailand may be as well. Although Thailand never gave in to communism 50 years ago. And yeah, well, you can hold up phony democracy where you get some freedom, or you can be completely oppressed like the Chinese citizens. I think I'll take, please don't send me any more information. You already sent me a bunch of it. And for those people sending me links, the links, most of them don't go through. They come through as, they're considered spam by YouTube's system, because that's how I have it set, because I don't want a bunch of people sending me all kinds of links to stuff. All right, so we're back now at Happyland. I'm gonna get a water. No, I won't be interested. More than likely, I won't be, to be completely honest. I only have so much time in the day, man. I got enough people who I know sending me information than to have somebody I really don't know sending me pages of stuff. It's like getting 5-page letters from people. I don't need them, I don't want them. Thank you. She's still open. I don't know who Keith Summers is. Haven't got a clue who he is. Another print shop. Oh, I gotta have the music playing in the background. Come on. It should be open. See you later there, Mr. Longhorns. It's really hot. It's brutal right now. It's inside here is cool, but my mask is full of sweat. On my phone. Let's take a little walk through here. All this place is closed up in the middle. As far as the chairs go, they're not putting up any chairs. Nobody can sit down here yet. It's all takeout. Oh, thanks again, Richard. Thank you very much. Whew, man. So, you can't go in here. And obviously, you can't park here right now. Although, they had cars parking here. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm thirsty, man. Whew. Coffee shop is right up ahead, but I don't want another coffee. No, it's not under a full lockdown. It started out, it was supposed to be. A number of essential places is a bit muddled. That's a good word. Muddled. I'd like to sit down for a second, but same people in the coffee shop. I'm like, one day I went in there and I was like, you're lucky to have a job, you know? Man, brutally hot. So we've been streaming now for 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it's about time to yeah, it's pretty hot, man. I've been walking for a couple hours. No shade. Well, there's some shade over here, but this is better. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. Thailand is pretty well screwed for probably until the end of next year. That's what the tourism experts here in Thailand, what they've said. Things won't get back to normal for at least another year to a year and a half. So. Whew. Brutal heat, man. It's not so much the heat, it's the humidity. And you know, I'm not tired. I feel good. Actually, I feel pretty good. Probably my endorphins kicked in. Hey, Charles. My endorphins kicked in pretty quick because I haven't been out much lately. And you know, sometimes, but not very often. I got another hat I wear sometimes, but I don't wear them very often. I mean, you know, like, listen, I'm going to be out. I figured I'd be out for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And that's it. And I probably won't go out for another, I'd say another 3-4 days. Maybe I'll go and get some groceries. And, you know, I'm going to just take a tentative look at what's going on. You know, if the numbers go up. And the numbers are really, really low here. And I'm still hesitant to believe the numbers, but even so, I mean, to go from I mean, even 50 is very, very low. And then you go down to 15 or so, 17, 20, and now it's 9, 7, 9, no deaths. So, you know, I'm starting to believe that, at least at this point, things are not that bad. Who's this? Charles, thank you very much. What does it say here? Good to see you out in the sun, and the exercise does wonders. Aloha. Yeah, you know, thanks a lot, Charles. I'll be honest, the sun feels great. It feels good to sweat. I've been really lazy, man. You know, you stay inside and you're in the air conditioning all the time. And, you know, listen, you eat, you hang out. You know, I do a little bit of walking, but not like I don't walk for a couple of hours and sweat my ass off. And it's very easy to get complacent and just sit around and do very little. You know, especially when you got a wife going, do you need to go out? Do you really need to go out? Is it that important? You know, so it feels good. You know, I think what I'm going to do is maybe every morning, early in the morning, like, because I don't want to wear a mask when I'm out walking, because it is brutally hot, even at 6 o'clock in the morning. Hawaii only has 16 deaths. It sucks because we rely on tourism. Yeah. I mean, you know, it gives you something to think about. You know, like, there has to be other ways besides just tourism, or you have to have a backup plan to where, what I always said about Thailand was, you need a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. And you can run them concurrently, but if one goes, your main earner goes under, and then you have nothing, you're screwed. But if you have a backup plan, even if you're just paying your rent and paying your electric and, you know, you're getting by, then that helps a lot. And then you try to get, you know, plan B or plan C to be the main earner, you know. At least you're getting your vitamin D. Important for your immune system. Yeah. Hey, Zach. I fell in the sink and my ding-dong is stuck in the faucet. Lovely. Lovely. A little too much information. My ding-dong won't fit in the faucet, I can tell you that right now. It won't even fit in the drain. Oops, I better watch myself. Got a little kid over here. Oh, man. Brutally hot. Brutally hot. All right, I'm done. Let me see if I can throw this out. Another coffee? Another coffee and then shut it down in here. I think I got money. Shit, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I got enough cash. 15, I think I do, barely. Oh, let's go in here, cool off a little bit. Same old chicks working here. Well, I already been to Starbucks so far this morning, so she wants to be a star. This one. This one's grouchy. She's always grouchy. Big superstar. There it is. Might be a popcorn. Oh man, they took everything from inside here. They've taken down all the shops. Look at this. Once this guy leaves, I'll move over a little bit. Nothing inside now. Wow. It's nice and cool in here. Yeah. I won't be taking a nap in the middle of the day, I can tell you that right now. Shit. All right, well, there it is. Long stream. I'll be honest, I don't think they're going to go out of business. If they do, it's a shitty mall. I can't see a high-end mall going out of business. The mall Bangkapi is not going to go out of business. So this place, I wouldn't be surprised if this place went out of business, but I think what they're doing is they're just redoing the inside while they have time, because they've redone, if you look at the outside, they've redone it, although it's still, to me, I mean, listen, this is a lower end mall, this place. The mall Bangkapi is, you know, like on a scale of 1 to 10 is probably about a 7. It's not like, you know, Icon Siam or I can't even think right now. What's the one? Not M Courtier, but the other one across the street. Jesus Christ, I can't even remember. What's the one across the street from M Courtier? I can't even remember now. M Courtier, and then what do you call it? Is that it? M Courtier and Emporium. Actually, I was thinking of M Courtier, but Emporium is the one I thought I was thinking of, and then I was trying to think, what's the M Courtier? Anyway, I think this stream has run its course. It's been fun. It's been nice to take a nice walk. I believe I need to get some money because I don't have enough money I don't have any money right now. I have no cash on me because I just spent it. So I got to take some money out of the ATM just to get either that or I'll walk home, which is no big deal. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me on this walk. Thank you very much for all the support, for watching, for all the support financially and otherwise, whether it's through Patreon, whether it's through Super Chat, membership, whatever it might be. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The channel is growing a little bit, slowly but surely, which is nice. You know, other than that, all I can say is thank you. Thank you, and I hope I pass the audition. Nah, seriously, thank you very much, and until next time. Next time I'll be sitting in front of my laptop, You have a ticket. Yeah, I was wondering about this. You have a ticket for a flight out of Bangkok tomorrow. Who knows if I'll be able to get back, when I'll be able to get back. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, who knows? You should be able to get back, obviously, at some point. It's just a matter of, I can't even see those letters, man. My eyes are so bad. Very hard for me to see that. I can't even see it. I can't even see those letters, man. Yeah, you'll be able to get back. It's just a matter of what are the stipulations. I don't need any hydration salts. I'll drink a couple bottles of water. I'll feel good. I feel pretty good now. I'm just hot, you know, just a bit hot. Nothing a shower won't fix, and a haircut. Anyway, you see, you know, the coffee shop is still pretty busy. There's people coming and going in there. And even here, it's usually busier than this, but even here, there's no song towels that I see. There's very few that are long distance song towels. They're just the short song towels that take you around the area. The little 5 baht, 7 baht song towels. So anyway, thank you very much. Visit my website, americaninbangkok.com. Check it out. Check out the merch. Just look at the description down below. And that's all I got. So until next time, Chok Di, Vet Jerkan Mai. That's good luck and see you later, alligator. All right? See ya.